Hello and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to run through a few of the things that I've managed to pick up over the last week or so, in store, eBay and Stafford Toy Fair last Sunday. A few bits and bobs, a few bits of older stuff, a few more modern things. So let's get into it straight away. And from Smith's, managed to pick up the latest car culture set, the off-road, and that includes the Toyota truck, the Land Rover Defender, the Subaru Brat, 2024 Toyota Land Cruiser, and the 2017 Ford Raptor. I'll do a separate video unboxing those and getting into all those at some point. While I was there, I managed to pick up 3 of the 5 of the Surf's Up Silver Series, 62 Chevy pickup, Volkswagen Caddy, and Dodge van. There is 2 others, the Volkswagen Baja Bug and the Surf Crate. I didn't pick up either of those, so not key. Well, the Surf Crate, not really interested in that, and the Bug, I'll pick it up at some point, but not massively bothered about missing on that. Next up, I'm on a bit of a new kick at the moment. I tend to do this every now and then. I'll concentrate on a particular series that I like to try and get as many of them as I can, and the latest one is the sort of collector mail-ins. I'm trying to look for a few of those at the moment, so I've picked up 3 of those over the past week. The Dairy Delivery from 2019, the Zamac version. Another Zamac is the School Busted, and from 2021 the Off-Road 67 Camaro. That's a nice one. So yeah, trying to slowly work my way through the collector's editions. More older stuff, a Real Riders 70s van in chrome flying colours. That's nice. 2 more of the Drag Strip Demons. I managed to pick those up. George Doty's 71 Mustang with the Hot Wheels logos on the side, and Dick Landy's 65 Coronet AFX, Landy's Dodge. So another couple of those ticked off the list, slowly working my way through them. A couple more of older things. I saw this casting, I don't know if I saw it on Instagram, so somebody posted it, and I thought, oh, that looks quite interesting. It's the Solar Eagle 3. It's a car that was produced for trials or competition to produce a car that would go the furthest on the least amount of power, I think. It was an endurance test. This was from 1997, and it was produced by Cal State University. It won the race in 1997. So a very interesting looking casting. Certainly something different. So I looked into that, and there's not only is this available in a few colours, it also come in an action pack around in the late 90s, 97, 98, something like that. I managed to pick it up. This is a different, can you see, different coloured yellow with a Dodge Caravan there and some figures. So yeah, glad to pick that one up. That's quite a nice addition. I do like unusual castings like that. Something a bit different to put in the collection. And last but not least, we've got the Team Transport, the Toyota Sora and the Hokoskus I put my teeth in, Hokos goose hauler. This is the only one of the three I found. I do want the other Audi. I do want the Audi out of this set. Not massively bothered about the DeLorean, but glad to pick that one up. So let's get them out of the packagings and have a closer look at all these models I've picked up over the last week. And we'll start off with the latest Team Transport release, the Toyota Sora and the Soku hauler. Second release, I believe, now for the Sora. It came out in that sort of dark red burgundy colour last year. A bit of a different hauler as well, with the 2 levels on it, so you could put another vehicle on there as well. This Sora fits quite nicely into that rear. The bottom comes down there, so you can put the car out. That's how it looks on the top. Yeah, it's not a bad little double. One of the better trucks, I think. Obviously the Japanese influence with that skirt on the front of the splitter thing on the front of the truck. And there's the Toyota Sora with the same red, orange and yellow markings on that the hauler has got. Matches well with the red version that come out last year. Well detailed front and rear. So yep, there is the first of the new batch, and that's the Toyota Sora. Next up, the Calstate Solar Eagle 3 castings. There's 2 of them. The orange one is a mainline release, and the blue and yellow one is in the Solar Racing Action Pack, along with these 3 guys doing whatever they're doing, and a Dodge Caravan as well, which I'll show shortly. But yeah, interesting casting. Not everybody's cup of tea, I'm sure, but something a little bit different. You said these are made for a race, the GM Sun race. It came first in 1997. I believe this vehicle is actually on display at Cal State University. So it is actually still around. You can go and see it if you want. So the yellow one is the action pack release, and the orange one is a mainline release. I believe there are a few other colours to this as well, but yeah, interesting casting and something a little bit interesting to have on the collection. Like I said, along with the with the action set, you got this Dodge Caravan in the livery, bit of a livery of Cal State University, and the number 8, which was the number of the vehicle in the race. So yeah, that goes nice with it. But yeah, interesting little set to have. And I believe these action packs come out in the late 80s. There are quite a few of them. There's a Snow Plowers, Apollo Mission, Sky Search, Firefighting, Construction, and a Mars Rover. I bet that Apollo Mission would be good. There seems to be some sort of the astronauts with the flag, the lunar module, and the Mars and the little rover vehicle as well. Wouldn't mind getting hold of one of them. That looks interesting. But yeah, so from the late 90s, there we go. That's the Solar Eagle 3 and the Dodge Caravan. Next up then, the 3 vehicles from the Silver Series release, Surfs Up, which is just hitting stores in the UK now. And first up is the custom 77 Dodge van in a very 1970s, 1980s style livery. Plastic base unfortunately on this one. It's sort of full deco. Quite like having a nice van in the collection. It's something a little bit different. Loads of these around, of course, these custom vans. Various decos on them over the years. Always good for putting logos on the side and various things, so many and many of them to collect. Next up, 62 Chevy pickup. Real shame that it doesn't have the surfboard in the back anymore. Of course it used to have that surfboard, but now it's there's a little sort of something in the back, but no longer sticks out as it used to. Once again, plastic base on this one. Decos all round. 62 Chevy pickup, and the last one of the ones I've got, and this one's got a skateboard in the back, not a surfboard, and that is the Volkswagen Caddy. Once again, another one that's had a lot of releases. Nothing too spectacular with this one. It's got sort of a decos on the side, nice wheels. Once again, plastic base, though no metal bases for any of these. Like I said, there is a Baja Bug and a surf crate, I think, which I haven't picked up, but I'm not too fussed about those. So that's the 3 of the new Silver Series Surfs Up. Mailings next, and from 2021 we have the 67 Off-Road Camaro. I've only got, I'm not sure how many of these have come out. I've got one, which I think was from one of the Car Culture sets. I'm not sure if that's the only one ever released in premium. Nice green with the orange and white and red. This is number 6 in the 2021 series. From 2013, the Zamac version is this School Busted. Unusual castings, the second one I've got. I've got a one other version. I think it was it's orange anyway, I can't remember what thing it in. This from 2013. Unusual little casting. Doesn't seem to have fared very well in the blister there. Quite a bit of, I don't know if that's meant, there's a bit of damage on that side. Oh, damn it. Oh well. That's the School Busted, and then another Zamac is from 2019, and that's the Dairy Delivery. Of course, this casting needs no introduction, been around for a while and has come out in many, many different forms. That's the number 2 in the series from 2019 mailing, and that's the Dairy Delivery. From 2005 now we have the Real Riders HW.com Series 4 Real Riders 70s van in that Flying Customs livery, looking very sharp, chrome. It's the main colour with that red and yellow and black on it, Flying Customs. Lovely, lovely car. Happy to get this one. I haven't got many of the Real Riders releases, but every now and then I do pick one up, and this was a very nice one to get hold of. Very sharp in that chrome. Well worth it. Lovely casting now. It's from 2005, Series 4 of the Real Riders, the 70s van. Now on to one of my absolute favourite series to collect. The Hot Wheels drag strip Demons. And I'm about, I think there's out of the 55, I'm up to about 40 or so now. So slowly getting there with getting all of these. Absolutely lovely. I really rate this. Probably, I say, probably this and Vintage Racing, probably my two favourite old school collections. And I just love to have all of them. Well, this one is Dick Landy's 1965 Dodge Coronet AFX with Landy's Dodge livery on the side there. Lovely. Just right up my alley. This is these sort of cars with the old vintage racing stroke drag racing liveries on the side. Spectacular. And then we have George Doty's 71 Mustang funny car. And this did actually race. There are pictures you can find online of this vehicle actually in period racing with this Hot Wheels livery on the side. So this isn't just a made up livery, this is actually how it ran. And of course with all the funny cars they do stand up. Well, briefly. Yeah, but once again, absolutely lovely. I just hope that I can eventually finish this series off. They are quite hard to get hold of, certainly in the UK. Occasionally they pop up on eBay, but not very often. So when they do, I do like to grab them. So that's the George Doty's 71 Mustang from the Hot Wheels Drag Strip Demons, the original series. So that's that then. I have got the Car Culture, the latest Car Culture set, the off-road. I'll do a separate video now and highlight each of those 5 vehicles. But for now, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I hope you liked looking at some of these vehicles, especially the more unusual ones, the older ones. So if you like what you see, please give us a like, maybe subscribe, and comment if you have any of these, or is there anything of these sets that you'd like to have in your collection at some point. And I'll say goodbye for now. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll be back shortly with the Hot Wheels Car Culture off-road set review. Thanks for watching.